It's your boy Memphis Bleek right here, and before we get into this episode, I would like to take a second to bring awareness to organ donation. April is National Donate Life Month. It's a reminder that there are thousands of people right now waiting on a life-saving organ transplant. It's not something we talk about enough, but one decision can literally save a life. Becoming an organ donor doesn't cost you anything, but it can mean everything to someone else. So take a minute, learn more, and if you can, sign up to be a donor. Now let's get into this episode.
You should know by now. You should know by now.
Yeah, y'all, you already know what it is. Yours truly back with another exclusive episode of ROC Solid. And this time I got somebody special with me, man. One of the funniest comedians you've seen on TV. Been in many, many shows from MSG, NBC, Carson Daly. Man, this man have been all over TV, man. The Wildin' Out, I'll let him tell you for himself. We got Rip Micheals in the building, man, and it's a pleasure to have my
Thank
guy.
you. First of
What's
all,
up,
huge
bro?
fan, man. Thank you. Honor to be on the
appreciate
couch
you.
with you, chopping up. I love what you're doing, man. Studio's fire. Your whole staff treat me well,
Appreciate
so I
it,
really
man.
appreciate it, man.
Thank
This
you,
is dope.
my
If you
brother.
haven't been on it, you need to come on it because it's
Yo.
a dope platform, dope podcast. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they gotta be solid first. This ain't for everybody can't sit on this couch because a lot of
Okay.
these guys, they not solid. They veer off the track of being solid. So everybody is we welcome everybody, but not everyone.
Ooh, it's exclusive.
Yeah, it's not for
but not
everybody.
inclusive. I get you. I got you.
So yo,
Like pimp words. Right?
yes, definitely. Being from the Chi, man, you're from one of my favorite cities, the Chicago, man, the land of no BBL. It's all natural.
Yes, that is definitely true. That is.
I ain't learned that until I went. It was like,
Really?
what the fuck they got in the water out here? It was like, goddamn, I might have to move to the Chi. But yeah, man, being from the Chi, coming up as a comedian, your era, like, what was that like for you in the beginning?
So the beginning of it for me was weird because I started comedy when I was about 12, 13 years old. So like a lot of comedians you see now, like the D-Rays and the Corey Holcombs and the Bill Bellamy's and the Damon Williams, like I was the kid that they wouldn't even let in the club, in the Cotton Club. I would have to stand outside, and then when it was my turn to go on stage, they'd bring me, maybe go back outside.
No
and
way.
And it's a weird thing to get into because my dad's, it was my auntie. I called her Auntie Jockey. So that was my auntie. My Auntie Jockey, the one that took me around and showed me what was going on in Chicago and put me to sing. But I found out later on that wasn't my auntie.
Yo, we all
that was
have
my dad. That was my dad's girlfriend. She used to make me call her Auntie Jockey.
Pops
See, I didn't know
was
that.
pimping.
I didn't know that. One day I came home, my mom was like, "That ain't your goddamn auntie. That's your daddy girlfriend. Now go outside. Your Uncle Charles gonna take you to the zoo." So that kind of stopped right then and there. Yeah, that's true.
It's
That's
real
true
when
story,
you get a
man.
fake relative.
I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Back in the day, that was creeping.
Yeah,
You
I
just
didn't
had a
know.
fake uncle, fake auntie.
Yeah.
Yo, this is my cousin from your dad's side. Like, what?
Yeah, that was that generation, and I didn't know any better than that, you know. But hey, my parents been together for 43 years,
God
and they was
bless.
cheating on each other for 40 years, but they still together.
Damn,
so don't
man.
judge that.
Damn, man.
So don't judge my parents. They still together
That's right.
to this day. My parents been together so long they got the same voice. When they
Yo,
call.
shit.
Yeah, that's when you know. That's when you know you've been together. Like, hey, mama, no, this your daddy. Hey, daddy, no, this your mama.
Chill.
They got that same. And I love my parents. Big shout out to them. So.
Like, you know, Chicago, I feel like the three roughest cities to perform in, whatever field of performing you're in, that's the toughest, is New York, Philadelphia, Chicago. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the Chi don't play just like New York and Philly don't play. What was performing there and getting the reaction from the crowd in your hometown first teach you about being a comedian?
It taught me a lot, man, because, you know, like I was a kid at the time, so watching Deion Cole and watching him, like I remember running up on Deion Cole the very first time I did a show. I think it was in Gary, Indiana with him, and I was like, yeah, it was when Def Jam came out. So Def Jam for me was like the NBA for like people who want to play basketball.
Yeah, Russ put a lot of people
watching that
on,
and
man.
then seeing Deion Cole maybe like a couple weeks later and was like, yo, man, you a celebrity, man. He's like, I ain't no goddamn celebrity. I came on an L train. What are you talking? Yo, I got $700 for that show. So
Yo,
it was
that's
just it was
crazy.
different and introduction into the scene. But comedy has always been like Chicago. That was back in the era where you could boo people. Like now, no one really gets booed or heckled.
Yo, that was in the era you could boo people.
Yeah, that was an
That's
era.
because now it's edited out. I believe. A lot of these things is controlled. It's not live performances no more.
Yeah, but back in the day, like, I cut my teeth in Chicago, but, big shout out to New York. I came from, that's when I got my I would say, really taking it serious. After I graduated college, I came to New York, and I came to New York, I was homeless on the streets, and I was like, if this comedy thing is gonna mean anything, because Dave Chappelle told me that. Dave Chappelle was like, if you ever want to find out if you really got what it takes, you'll go to New York. And that was when he had the movie Blue Streak out, and I was like, all right, I ain't never been here, got off the Greyhound bus. My daddy's girlfriend had died then, so I couldn't call her.
Yo, Auntie passed away there. Rest in peace, Auntie.
Gone. It's a different thing when the side chick died. So it ain't different. And it's a true story. So it's like I'll make up any of this shit. My dad, while he watching, he's like, yeah. So
damn, that's crazy.
But my mama boyfriend dead too, so he gone. So now now it's really, they really committed. So now it's all about them. But I came to New York and I got off the Greyhound bus. I ain't know shit about it at all. I ain't know nothing about New York. So I got off the Greyhound bus and I was like, I'm gonna do comedy here. And I started walking around and people was giving out flyers at Times Square, and that's kind of where I cut my teeth in. But I would say New York gives you that era of, because I used to do comedy anywhere. I'm talking about Squads, I'm talking about Utica Avenue, I'm talking about, you name it, Bushwick, I'm talking about Queens, I'm talking about 40 Projects, I'm on Baisley. I went anywhere that would actually...
Was in the trenches.
Yeah, I did Manhattan Proper, I did all of those things. I got a chance to do the Peppermint a couple times in New Jersey, and it was just the era where they didn't like you, they would boo the hell out of you. And I used to do this Jamaican spot I did, it's called Footprints in Clarendon.
Yeah, come on, it's a Jamaican spot.
Yeah,
come on, we know Footprints. You from Brooklyn, you know Footprints.
They would throw shit at people. They would throw pepper pot and swordfish and ackee and all. Yo. They didn't give a damn. That was that era when,
Caribbean crowd is tough.
Yes.
Yes, that's one of the toughest crowds too. They don't play that shit.
But see, I didn't know that because, in New York, I mean, in Chicago, and growing up in the Midwest, you don't really know that it's different. You just look at black people like they black people. You're like, what up, bro? They be like, yo, what you mean, what up, bro? Yeah. I know your brother. I ain't no brother, are you?
That's
like,
right.
Yo, shit, where you from? You Jamaican? Like, no, I'm Haitian. I'm Trinidadian. I'm this. I'm Bayesian.
I'm Guyanese.
I'm Guyanese.
Yeah. And if you get it wrong, it's just like that with the Latin community. They take that shit real serious.
They do.
Even the Asians. Like,
yes.
And we fuck them all up.
Yeah, we don't know.
I word up. As black people, I still look at certain Jamaicans like, yo, you from Haiti, nigga? Man, I'm from fucking Ghana. Like, you from Africa, nigga? Like, what the fuck? Like, word, like, I still fuck it up. So I feel you on that. How was it working with Carson Daly, man? I know that had to be an experience in itself.
So when I got into the comedy thing, I started saying to myself, like, you know what? I gotta get credits, because I started noticing that they wouldn't put you up unless you had credits. Like, I was doing all these open mics and I couldn't take my career to the next level. So I started doing warm-up for, and big shout out to Christina Milian. That was like the first person to ever be like, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look out for you. And I used to do, because I did a show called Becoming. It was Wannabes. I remember that back in the day. That was like if you could, it was like a contest and you got to be whatever rapper you won, and they make you a video or whatever. And I did that. And believe it or not, I was Ja Rule on the show.
I
was out. What would I be without you? I did such a good job on it that 50 Cent hated me. Back then, I'm joking. Let me stop, because 50 Cent is petty. He's petty as hell.
He just was on my,
He petty. Like, I actually did a show with 50 Cent. He had a comedy show called 50 Central on BET, and I fell off the stage because like a faulty thing, like a beam, and I could tell that I wasn't gonna get paid, because 50 Cent came over and he looked at the beam and looked at me, and I was like this, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna take a G-Unit t-shirt.
Yo, shit.
You know, like you gonna pay me
on some bullshit. He's shooting at everybody. He got mad drama right now. It's
what?
Smoky for him.
What?
It's smoky. Everybody dropping verses, raps, memes. It's meme wars. He even put me in the meme war. Like, nigga, what I said? I ain't got no record about you, homie. Chill.
Yeah, some petty 50.
That's a fact, yo. But nah, Christine Milian looked out. That's dope, man.
Yeah, she put me in, and to answer your question about Carson Daly, like, I started doing warm-up for every single MTV show. I started doing warm-up for TRL. I started doing warm-up for every single thing, 106 Park. I was the official, like, the crowd guided to just beforehand and get in this shit, Beach House, all that. And then Carson was like, you know what? Because I was the warm-up guy for him. He put me on his late night show called Late Night with Carson Daly, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So big shout out to the whole MTV team, because it's funny, because I used to sleep outside of 1550 Broadway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right outside, and I used to look up at the window. I was like, one day, I'm gonna be on MTV. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be this person. So I started by just making people in the line laugh how they was going up to the building, and I was to start cracking jokes.
Be wrapped around the block.
Yeah, and I started cracking jokes, and the producer saw me, and he was like, you know what? why don't you come upstairs? And it started from that whole thing and just, transcending to meet Christina and doing the Ja Rule thing and just snowballing to be on Comic View and Bad Boys of Comedy and all that stuff just kind of moved on to that thing. And she even put me in the movie Love Don't Cost a Thing. So big shout out to her and her mom, Mama Million.
That's dope. I ain't even know you was in Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nick Cannon was in that, moving, grooving. Yeah, shout out my dog Nick, man. And that obviously being in the MTV, I feel like system, that's the segue into Wildin' Out. Or did you meet Nick on a separate occasion and the Wildin' Out position happened?
I met Nick for the first time at Love Don't Cost a Thing. And that was when I guess, Wildin' Out wasn't out yet. It was just like a concept. And I remember Spanky Hayes. I don't know if you know Spanky Hayes. Yeah, so Spanky Hayes he was telling me that. He was like, yo, we about to shoot this thing for MTV. But when I came to New York, a lot of people know I was a single father. So the whole time I was homeless, I was with my daughter. I had full custody of my daughter since she was 2 years old. And she was with me every single step of the way. So when that opportunity came, I couldn't take it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go out to audition because it's just me and my daughter. I couldn't just, go to LA for that time. So right after I did the movie, I came right back home and I was just like, damn, I always felt like I missed that opportunity. But, Nick ended up marrying Mariah and they brought it to New York. And I was like, I'm good now. So I was like, it's here. And I remember going to the first season when they brought it back, and Spanky was like, yo, man, come through, and, I'm going to look out for you. I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to bring you in here. And the funniest thing, Spanky forgot to leave my name at the door. Or he didn't leave my name at the door. So I'm standing there. I'm like, yeah, I'm on Spanky's list. And he was like, Spanky ain't got no damn list.
Yo.
And I'm like, oh. And I'm calling my nigga, and he's not answering the phone. And just like, I was like,
typical New York shit. We got a lot of those stories up here.
But God always be on my side because the director was like one of the people that Steve paid. He was one of the people that directed TRL. So he told me, he's like, Rip, what are you doing here? He was like, you doing Woman for the show? And I was like, no, I was trying to get in. And then Spanky didn't leave my name. He was like, come on in. And then I got that. And then, I used to, help and assist Shantae. And Shantae Wayne started looking out for me. So I started helping other people. And big shout out to Jack Thriller. Yeah. Jack Thriller really helped me get in. Yeah, Jack Thriller. And really helped me get in to start doing the warm-up and stuff like that. So I had to start as the warm-up comic, even for that show. Yeah. So I started back in the same thing, thinking I was going to get on, but I didn't. I was the warm-up for so long for that show. And then one day, I believe a comedian by the name of Jimmy Martinez came and was like, yo, man, they having auditions. And mind you, I'm the warm-up guy. I didn't even know they having auditions. I'm doing warm-up for like 2 years on the show.
That's crazy. How he get the information?
He had an agent. So this is me freelancing the whole damn time. So I'm out here like trying to just, figure out how to maneuver myself through it because I'm like, bam. And so then I'm doing the warm-up. Jimmy's like, they're going to have auditions tomorrow. You should start asking me about it. I'm going to try to get you in, get you one too, because I'm auditioning. And I'm like, I bet. Yeah. And so then I started doing the warm-up, and I forgot her name, but she was one of the producers on it. She was like, Rip, I'm going to try to get you an audition. Because what happens when I used to do warm-up, I used to make the crowd so hysterically laughing and the energy. So they would use my stand-up part of me doing stand-up before the show, and they would bank it. And they would turn the cameras on. Because normally when you do warm-up, they turn the cameras off, they go take lunch. So they started filming the crowd when I would do warm-up and taking those laughs and those bits and adding them to the show. So sometimes you'll watch the show and you'd be like, they hysterically laughing. That would probably be when I was doing warm-up.
So they was capping. In other words, they was capping. They was using your action for somebody else's jokes that wasn't slapping.
I don't think it's capping. I think that's just part of production. Because normally you bank those things. Normally you have a person go out and you bank them and you be like, fake laugh, fake clap, fake this, fake that.
Yeah, they used to hold the signs up back in the day. Yeah, everybody make noise. Everybody applaud.
Yeah, so instead of doing
them shows like that.
They would just take my stand-up and we would go straight in and they would just keep me up there and they start filming it. So then it was like, eventually they was like, you know what, let's give him an audition. Let's give him a shot.
Do you feel like, Wildin' Out, I feel like created a lot of jobs in the black community, black comic community for us. Like, you had shows like Def Comedy Jam. You had Bad Boys of Comedy. You know what I mean? You had all those shows. And then a lot of these, comedians went on to do television. And now when you look at television, you don't see no more, not even just from comedians, actors, period. There's no more real television shows or even shows for our community. Do you feel like that's something that's missing that you want to contribute or create more?
1,000%. That era was dope, man.
Super dope. I miss it, bro.
Dope, man. It was the era of Martin, and
Different
Bernie
World,
Mac show, Different World,
all
and
of
everything,
that.
and just showing black excellence and in living color. That was just the
Cosby's, showing it showed the different
Even
levels.
106 Park, all that stuff.
All
was
of
just,
that, man. Show different levels of our community. You know what I mean? Now it's just ignorance that represents us. So I definitely feel it's a lost art that's missing in television with us, for sure.
Well, we always got Zeus and Tubi. No, I'm just
Yo, chill.
If you- no,
We go to, we shoot at you. You got a red shirt. You come back, die. It's a blue shirt. Like, yo, what happened?
No, you got it. But all jokes aside, you got to shout out Tubi. They actually,
I love what they doing,
They do
man.
actually give you a shot. They don't even care if it's whatever. They actually give people a shot.
And that's what's dope about it, because all you could do is try, man. You know what I mean? And get better. Like, to get better at something, I always felt like you had to fail before. You don't just start off great.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Failure breeds greatness.
1,000%.
And a lot of failure.
Yeah, a lot.
Word.
Don't get it twisted. I got booed a lot. And Big
I
Shot-
got booed one time, bro.
Really?
I swear. And I swear, remember the Southwest commercial they used to have when they be like, you want to get away? And they'd put the Southwest commercial like, you got to, yo, bro, I had one of those moments in Baltimore. This is being from New York, not realizing there's a thin line between Baltimore and D.C., and I'm over there like, yeah, peace and love, D.C. Them niggas like, boo-hoo.
Damn.
Yo, bro, I'm standing there like, what I did? Y'all just was rocking with me through the whole show. Niggas like, we don't care. Boo, this ain't D.C., nigga.
Damn, that DMV, yeah.
Yo.
That's not the DMV, that's B-more.
Yo, I swear, I learned the hard way, so I know about a boo or two. You know what I mean? like, being from Chicago, you know, Chicago produced many legends from the comedian side, from the music side. Did you get any inspiration from any of those guys on the come up? You started young, though, so.
Oh my God, yes, of course, man. Idols. Come on, Bernie Mac. Come on.
Yes,
Are you serious? Like,
Come on.
That to me was like the idol.
Yes,
Like,
Bernie
in
Mac, a
in
legend.
Chicago. And then you look at the D-Rays, like everybody. Even when you come to New York, you look at all the great comedians that come from New York. Like Eddie Murphy's from here. You look at Chris Rock. There's just been a plethora of black excellence, man. Like, and just to be a part of that. Even the people I work with now, and it's funny because I get to call them peers now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a show like even April Fools. It's me, Michael Blackston, Bill Bellamy. So just
dope,
being on the
man.
same Marlon and being on the same shows. With
That's
them
dope,
now,
man.
like,
Y'all gonna be in the Barclays, man. Shout that out, man. Let them know,
Oh,
man.
that's gonna be
April
crazy,
4th,
man.
April Fool's Day, the Barclays, Brooklyn is going down.
yeah, it's just a dope thing that I've been doing for, honestly, it's funny because you speak about black excellence. That's a show I've been doing for about 15 years now.
Oh, wow.
And it was just the concept of me like looking to like, when I started my career, I wanted to go here, right? So
Yes.
when I started doing all these rooms, a friend of mine named Rashid passed away. I don't know if you remember Rashid. If you ever seen the Bad Boys of Comedy, he was the one that had Uncle Dope, and he was like, or Poppy ain't no snitch. Or he was like, yeah.
I gotta go back and check it. I probably remember the joke, but not the face. You know what I mean?
And he passed away. And,
sorry to hear that.
When he passed away, a lot of people tried to host his rooms because I had a lot of rooms. And at one point, when it came to comedy in New York, you couldn't come to New York without calling me because from Monday all the way to Sunday, I had 2 rooms a night. And then when he passed away, his room, I ended up doing his rooms too because they were going to disappear. And his brother-in-law was like, hey, man, Rip, they're going to take these rooms away. Would you mind hosting it? And I was like, yeah, I'll host it. But when I'm hosting it, I need you to, whatever, I think the budget was like $800. So I was like, take the majority of the budget, take $600, give me 2, and you give that to his daughters and his family. So I can keep that going. I'm going to take 2, I'm going to get a comedian 100, and the rest of y'all just divvy that up and do whatever y'all want with that. And he's like, serious? I was like, yeah, it's not, we got to keep this going because, you know, he had a heart attack. At such a young age, and he was on his way, bro. Like, he was really, really on his way.
Wow, man. Damn, bringing that up. Sorry to hear about it, man. I'm glad you sitting here healthy, strong, man. You know, you suffered a heart attack yourself.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
It's just you never know, man.
Word up.
And I said all that to be like, you know, back then I set up this April Fool's Comedy Jam, and I was like, you know what? I stopped elevating my career because I started going like, you know what? I'm gonna bring us all up. I'm gonna show what we can do when we come together collectively.
Right.
And that's what the April Fools was. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to take me, you, and let's go sell out the Barclays Center. Everybody thought I was crazy. They was like, you're going to sell out the Barclays Center with a whole bunch of comedians, and together we may do like 300 people. And I was like, nah, I'm going to make it something dope. And when I did that, like I have mad rapper friends. So I was like, all right, you know what? Well, I'm gonna put you in. I got you. We're gonna do you. And then I made it all about all the people I know. So that's how the April Fool's Comedy Jam came about. And it became this big thing where you got people that would never normally be in an arena doing 16,000 people. Like we do shows in the round, and it's just been that cultivating thing like that with the April Fools. And if you fast forward, I own the Fall Back in Love, and that's when I take all the R&B stars that people thought they forgot about. Like I put Brandy on when she hadn't been doing a song in 10 years, and Trey when he had a court case every week.
Oh, Trey, he still got a court case every week. And that's my dog, man. Shout out Trace.
Yep. That's the big homie though, man. And like Mario, and like if you look at all of these people, I was like, we coming out of this club thing. We're gonna be big. And I started this whole R&B, bring back older R&B artists that are now just probably doing clubs and like. And so if you look at April Fools, that's me and comedians and hip hop artists. And if you look at Fall Back in Love, that's comedians and R&B artists. If you look at the Wild Now Tour, there's something also started the Wild Now Tour in Queens, in Amazura, of all places.
Amazura,
I started that.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Come on, I did that with 1,500 people in the room. I started that. And next thing you know, I was #2 on Polestar, and we're selling out arenas, and it's what,
That's a
5
blessing,
years
man.
strong of doing nothing but sold out shows across the country.
That's a blessing, man. Looking back, do you credit the struggle years of your comedian career to the businessman you are today? Did those years you feel like carve you to the man and the businessman you are today, to make those decisions, to create all these new platforms to come together?
I wouldn't say I was thinking business at the time. I would say that I was thinking more like, let's change. Let's change the perception of what we're doing. I wasn't even thinking of it as no financial, like, oh, we're going to kill him, we're going to make a lot. It was more like, we matter. Like, we come together, we can do these great things that people just think that we can't. Like, I like, honestly, like, I know you brought up the heart thing, but like, and that's why I'm doing this now. Like, I was in a hospital, and I hate to jump all over subjects, but I was in the hospital, and I had a heart attack. I had a heart attack at State Farm Arena on the side of the stage, and it's 18,000 people there. And I'm just like, okay. And I've been I'm still on a heart transplant at least. It's not over. Like my heart is still at 19%. And I was sitting in a hospital bed, and I was like, yo, if I ever get well enough, because it's not over. It's still a journey.
That's right.
Like today is a good day, but tomorrow may be a bad day.
Yeah.
But I promised myself that if I ever get a chance to do comedy again, I'm gonna make it mean something. I'm gonna push myself, and I'm gonna push my brand, and because I realized that being in there, you start to realize like who really is your friend, whose business, who's not.
You start to realize what really matters.
Dude, I lost my health insurance, right? And so I was about to get kicked out the hospital, and I called every single person I knew to like just put me in something, because I'm SAG, so that's my insurance is SAG. So it's like I'm calling everybody I know they got a movie or anything. I'm like, throw me in this, don't put me in this, and I'll park the cars in the movie. I just need to make like 10 grand on SAG so I can keep my insurance, so I can stay in this hospital. And the fact that I couldn't get one person to do that for me out of all the things I've done was just a wake-up call. A wake-up call. And big shout out to, we in Jersey, big shout out to Justina. She was doing a little independent movie, and she was like, all right, Rip, you can just play whatever. Just come by. I got you.
That's what's up, man.
And it was like a person I would never think in a million years. Like, come on, are you serious? I don't know if you know who Justina is, but like that's the girl on Wild Out with the red hair. Yeah, she got the same face and ass as Gary Owens. Not no more. She got it done.
Yo, shit.
I tell her all the time she got Gary Owens' original ass. She kind of looked like Tommy from Power in the face. But that's my girl. She always joke on me, but like she did that for me.
No, man, that's a blessing, man. And like, that's one thing, and it's sad and it's fucked up, because as being a good person, you do so much for so many people that when it's your turn, for people in return, there's no one ever there. And that's one thing that I always, people always like, yo, what's some advice that Jay gave you that you take with you? Is that, yo, no one's coming to save us. You know what I mean? We got to save ourselves. We the ones that when we save ourselves, we in a position to save others. But no one's coming to save us. And that's something I always remember. Like, we gotta get it. And it's sad reality, But it is, man. That's the reality. When heartache and pain hits, it's just you and your loved ones. A lot of friends go. I was 100 deep before, you know what I mean, my brother accident. After my brother accident, you see the room. It's 5 of us. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. The main ones stay, and the ones who just was crowding on the boat, they jump, and it's cool. The boat's still gonna go. You still doing your thing, blessed. And like you said, April 4th, April Fool's Comedy Jam, you selling out the Barclays. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people who jumped off the boat or didn't even throw you a life raft, begging you for a life raft now. You know what I mean?
You know what it is? I still won't change me. I didn't take that away.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take that away, and because what I do for people, I did it with no expectation.
That's right.
So I don't expect anybody to do anything for me, and I'm not mad or have an issue with anybody that don't want to do it.
Like
I didn't do it for that. I did it to do and help and be there for others, and I'm gonna still be the same person. So these people are still my friends. I still call these people to this day, and I think that our relationship has gotten better. But now I understand that God got me here for a purpose.
That's right.
And I wasn't living my purpose. And so now it's time to be like, okay, because no one knew that I did all these things. No one knew that I created the Wild Out Tour in small place and 1,500 people in Amazon and Queens. And
I definitely had
and that
clue.
shit started just because we was on the side of the stage, and Nick was like, I was working on a special, and I was writing on this special, Stand Up Don't Shoot, and he was like, man, I wish that I could sell out arenas. And it was Cat Williams. We went to go see Cat Williams in Ontario, and he was looking at Cat, and he was like, yeah, I wish I could do arenas like this. And I was like, really? You put all these people on. You created the Cavs. You created the Cats. You did the Mikes. You created all these people. This is what you want to do? And I looked, I was like, yo, Nick, man, you changed my life by putting me on Wild 'N Out, man. And you kept me on that show. And if this is what you want, I got you.
Man, that's dope.
I got you. I said, give me 6 months, and I promise you, we going to do 10 times more people that's in this room.
Damn. That's dope, man.
And he forgot, I booked him. I was like, we're going to get it started. So I was like, hey, man, we're going to do this little room in Queens. And, and Nick forgot all about this shit. So I booked it, and I was like, yo, man, Nick, we got the show on the 30th. He was like, what are you talking about? On the 30th. What are you talking about? I was like, man, you told me back then that you wanted to do. He was like, man, I got a show in Chicago, and I can't do your show. And I was like, look, Nick, whatever they pay you in Chicago, I'm going to give you more than that. I'm going to give you more money than they give you in Chicago. I need you to move that and do this. And he was like, you got the money now? And I was like, no, I ain't got it now. But I promise you,
I got you.
Before you touch the stage, you'll have all of your money plus more than what you're supposed to get in Chicago. And I didn't know how at the time, because I was giving out Wild 'N Out flyers, and he was like, get out of here, that's a kid's show. Nobody wants to see that. My daughter watched that show. And everybody, I thought they would be like, oh, with it, because, you know. And it turned out, not only did I do one show, I did 2 shows at Amazon. And then we went out to Long Island, and we did Patchogue at Soundgarden. We did 3, and that show was so packed that the mayor and the police came and shut it down because I had 6,000 people in line, because there was no Ticketmaster. 6,000 people lined up in people's yards.
Damn, 6,000 people show up. Yeah, the police showing up.
Yeah, 6,000 people.
What the hell going on over here?
And it's deep in Long Island, so you know that's Patchogue. So they was just like, what in the hell?
Y'all tripping?
Is going on? Y'all got to get out of our yards.
That's a fact.
And then I thought that would catapult it into something. But then they were like, no, this don't really matter. These numbers, the powers that be was like, these numbers don't mean this and this don't mean that. And I was like, you know what? So because I did it on this scale, this don't matter. So I took my cars and took everything I had on my bank accounts and turned that shit into an arena tour. I went and booked like 10, I think it was 13 arenas.
Damn.
I booked 13 arenas, and there go history. Like after that, signed every single one of them. I was number 2 in the country on Polestar. It was Kelly Clarkson, and it was me.
Damn.
And it was Wild 'N Out.
Yeah,
and to this day, you speak about DCs, to this day, I still own the record for doing 2 arenas in one night. We did Show Palace, like 12,000 people in there. We took an FBI escort to the Capital One Arena at the time, and we did 17,005 in one night. We had a 7 o'clock show and a 9:30 show in 2 arenas in the same night.
That's dope, man. I had Nick up here, man, and I was just telling him it's a blessing creating these shows and lasting what? Wild 'N Out on they what? 26 seasons.
26 seasons.
Yo, bro, y'all doing Simpsons numbers over there, man.
Seasons.
Like, realistically, that's Simpson numbers.
But you gotta look what Nick created. Most of the comedians out now that's getting money come from that institution.
Yeah.
Like Matt Rife. Nate Jackson, 85 South, like
Yep.
you name it. Mike
I
Epps.
forgot 85 South. Yep, Mike Epps. Mike Epps, a legend
Yeah.
too, man. Like, and then you started. So doing arenas, I'm pretty sure feels natural. Like you opened up, of course, Rihanna shows, Jay-Z, Drake. Like doing those arenas, did that help you prepare for the arenas tours you put together like this?
I think that opening up for those people and seeing those things, it's funny because that was never like, I never dreamed that big, man. I'm like, I didn't dream that big. I just wanted to just be, actually my biggest dream of being a comedian, I was like, I just want to be on Def Comedy Jam.
Damn, that's
only-
crazy. Russ,
That was
bring
the
that
only
back.
thing I ever dreamed of doing. That's the highest I thought it would take. I wasn't like, I want to be in a movie. I want to be this.
Yeah.
And my other dream was to make sure that I could always make people fall out and create that same Def Comedy Jam laughter when you just falling out the chair. And if you watch my Apollo special, like I sold out the Apollo last year and I had a heart attack after that. Again, had to be rushed to the hospital. But like, and then I did a huge City Winery tour and we sold out every one of those. And I sold out City Winery and it's just, I never thought that big. It was just me always trying to do stuff for other people and people shutting doors in our faces and was like, all right, you tell me we can't do this, we gonna do it.
That's
you telling
right.
me we can't have this and these people don't matter, then we gonna do it.
That's right. Always do the impossible.
And that's what it was always about. And like my comedy, when you watch it, if you watch my Apollo special, if you watch, all those years of doing warm up for so many people, I can always change my joke and fit the environment that I'm in. So whether I'm doing I was homeless, so there was not an audience I didn't perform for. Like I would do people's living rooms. I would do a basement. I would do a Guyanese wedding. I would perform on a train. I would sell Metro swipes. I got to the point where I was doing comedy so much, I didn't even have a DVD. I used to sell other comedians' DVD, and they would break me off a piece of it. Like this dude named Kareem Green, he had a DVD, and he was selling it for like 15. And I was like, all right, look, how much you pay for it? He's like, I pay 5. I was like, so I'll give you 10, and I'll sell your DVD for 15 and make 5 off each one. And I would sell them to people, and they was like, man, I watched the DVD, you're not even on it. I never said I was on it. I said it's a funny DVD.
Yo,
but if you keep buying them, I can produce my own specials.
That's right.
So I was,
Yo, Jay selling DVD ain't on.
I wasn't even on it. It just said Kareem
hustle.
Green, biggest day on it.
That's hustling, my G.
And I just think that's what really prepared me in all those years of being in the background. And I wrote for so many comedians. Like I was like the head writer for the Nick Cannon show. I wrote on the Winnie Williams show. I wrote for so many different comedians and Brandon T. Jackson. I wrote for, it's just so many people that whose entire specials I've written and cultivated. And I think all of that journey, being with my daughter the whole time, prepared me for what I was doing. And you don't know that you're being prepared and God is sharpening you for something. The whole time you're going through it, you're like, why is there no food on the table? Why am I not like this person this person?
Why such a struggle for me? I sat there.
I know you watch it like he just did that nice. He's just, and I realized God was sharpening and sitting out in that hospital. It's my turn now, and I'm ready for it. Like I got 4 different specials. First special I put out did over $1 million in the first week. The next one I'm putting out, just keep dropping these different things. And now, thanks to you, I'm doing podcasts and I'm explaining my journey because I didn't care for like.
No way.
I never was like, hey man, it's about Rip. It never, ever was. But it was about, hey man, let's do this together. We gonna do this, cool. And it was just when I do this and we shake hands, then when it pop, you go left. Okay, so so that didn't, all right. Got it. And I just didn't even care then. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Congratulations for you, man. Anything I can do. And then being in the hospital, coming out, knowing I need a heart. This is about legacy. This is about sharing God's story and triumph, man. And if I got 2 shows left in me, if I got 1 show left in me, if it's 50 fucking shows left in me, I'm gonna give my all. And I'm gonna put my can't say my heart, but I'm gonna give it my all, man. And I'm just blessed to be here for it. Whether it's today, tomorrow.
Man, no, life is
I'm not
a gift,
stopping.
bro.
And I'm gonna
Life is a
keep
gift.
creating. I'm gonna keep growing this thing, and I'm gonna keep making people laugh.
That's what's up, man. And trust me, you gonna get it, man. You a good guy. Somebody gonna give you that heart in return, man. It's gonna come to you, man. Trust me. It's a sad way that we gotta get it from someone else, but
That is hard waiting on the life organ.
yes.
That is. It puts your mind in a different mindset when you wait on life organ because somebody has to no longer need it
For you to get it.
For me to get it.
Yeah.
So now every time I hear ambulance, I be like, God, is that my blessing? Is that me?
Yo, chill, man.
I hear gunshots, I be like, don't shoot him in the chest.
Yo, chill.
Please. Was he A positive? Did anybody know?
Yo, chill.
I slow down at every car accident now. I was like, oh, okay. Nah,
Yo.
he got up, he walked. That ain't my turn. This ain't my turn.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
You got to be able to laugh at yourself, man. You got to be able to laugh through
That's
pain.
what I tell people. If you can't laugh at yourself, then you looking at life too serious, man. Life is to be enjoyed, and you got a lot of life to give, man. Trust me. God is good. God keeps giving back. And I believe that blessing is definitely going to come for you.
Thank you, man. And
sure.
hey, man, I'm not above running to you. You know, I know you still got the hookups in the street. I still,
Yo.
you know what I'm saying? I might slide you to 30,000
yeah.
for you to bring me the little
Yo,
white, the little red cooler with the white top. Be like, Rip,
know what I'm saying?
I heard about
Yeah.
your journey, man. Go and drop
Yo.
20,000. Pick up this.
You know, I grew up on Marcy Avenue. They know what's on Lee Avenue. Holla at me. Now, I ain't got to say it.
A positive.
Holla at me.
A positive, if you know. just
You know
throw it
what
out
I mean?
there.
Lee Avenue plug, holla at me. Yo, you brought up DVDs, right? And I remember when DVDs was they was moving through the street like hotcakes, bro. I remember when Jerry Springer tapes was flying in the street.
Oh, yeah.
All the comedy shows was flying.
Yeah.
The era, how do you look at comedy has changed now with social media, the internet, and the clips going viral now instead of the DVD era?
I think that's fire, man. Like, if you take it back and you think about Q, and God rest his soul, from like, you know Q, right?
No, I don't think so. You got it. It's a lot of Qs. Remember, I'm from the projects, my guy. I know a lot of Qs.
Q from P from World Star.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I know QB
Yeah.
from World Star.
Star, yeah,
yes,
Q and-
because remember, I have a cousin named Q, so
Oh,
you could have
okay,
been
yeah.
talking about
It's-
him.
It's mad Q. It's like saying Ray Ray. I get it. You know Ray Ray. You like which Ray Ray? Little Ray Ray from the
Like,
Bronx.
There's a lot of Qs in
it's
New
Q.
York.
So yeah, like just I think that he kind of evolved that whole thing by taking people's mixtapes and putting them on YouTube and creating this whole War Star thing. So I think that the evolution of it is just fire.
Yes.
It's fire. It's getting audiences that probably would have never been into comedy. Because think about it, when you was a kid, you didn't watch no damn comedy. That wasn't your thing, really.
Nah, that's not
So
true,
when you
bro.
was a kid, like you was like 10.
I had an older brother, so they used
Okay.
to remember they used to listen to comedy tapes.
Okay.
I remember what was the guy's name that had the comedy tapes they used to listen to back in the day? The Jerky Boys.
The
pause.
Jerky Boys.
Pause.
Yeah.
They would,
tearing the ass out of me. Yeah.
yo, you couldn't say that today. Yo, I got a Jerky Boys tape. Nigga be like, huh?
Those dudes was hilarious.
Yo,
man.
yo.
Those dudes was hilarious. I had all of them tapes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, comedy evolved from then. Tapes, movies, VHS, DVDs. But now you could just open up social media, go to your Instagram page, go to Twitter, and comedy is all over, man. I feel like we live in a world that's serious, but still take the time to laugh.
I believe that, man. I applaud every single person for opening up that door. And I would say that's why I shout out Q, because he was the first person to be like, you know what? These mixtapes ain't gotta be on mixtapes. These ain't gotta be sold on 125th Street on a blanket. Let me get Booty Talk number 12. Let me get that State Property DVD.
We was definitely on
Yeah,
that
you definitely on
blanket,
that.
too.
My
Paper
brother, I have it
soldiers.
before in the movie before it comes out. I have it right now. What do you want to do? Please don't watch. 2 for 5, please, my friend. Don't, brother. And look at Michael
taking me
Black.
back.
And look at I'm just
Yo,
joking.
you taking me back to Canal Street, because that's how they was, boy. You get anything you want on these blocks. On that
yes.
blanket, they laid
And
down.
that was an open up shop and pull it up. The store open and store closing in 2 seconds. With a
2
cop
seconds, bro. Don't let the cops pull
running.
around.
Yeah.
That
You watch
store
that blanket
shut
get
down.
wrapped up like a magic trick. So yeah, I think that what they're doing now is great. I think it opened up the door, and I think it stopped a lot of barriers that we had before, because it used to be one at a time, and now it's no longer one at a time. Now you no longer have to go and wait for someone to go like, I pick him and put him in a movie. Now you can just go and captivate your audience on that. And I think that touching the fans now, you don't have to wait. And I love them for doing that, man. I love them for opening those doors. And then they transition to the comedy. Look at DC Young Fly, putting out sketches, putting out skits, and next thing you know, one of the hottest comedians in the country.
That's right. DC Young Fly killing them. You named a lot of legends. Dion Cole. Like, man, come on, man. I was a favorite. Like, Eddie Griffin was my guy. Boy. Eddie Griffin, Eddie Murphy. All the Eddies was funny. Like, damn, your mom named you Eddie, you was funny. You better be funny. Like, who would you consider your top? Because, you know, when I'm sitting somewhere, they was like, yo, give me your top 5 rappers. But it's too many comedians for me to just narrow it down to 5, because somebody might be like, yo, you left me off. I'm going to say top who would you put in your top list? Top 10, top 5, top 7, top 6, wherever you want to stop at.
What did he say? Dylan. Who's the best? Dylan. Dylan. Who do I trust? Dylan.
Yo, chill.
Because I spit hot fire.
That's right. Yo, you
I think it's a lot of comedians that you'd be surprised that people sleep on, but I think Tony Roberts, and I think that if a comedian tells you Tony Roberts isn't one of the funniest comedians in the country, then someone is like lying to you.
That's right.
That man is hysterically funny. You know you're funny when all the comedians on the show run out to see your set. I think that he's best. And my next would be Rashid. He was just cultivating the way he could tell a story and just bring you in it and be like, it's a lot of people in this world you can rob, but an old Spanish man ain't that nigga.
That's right.
He'd be like, Poppy, I shoot you with the gun. I don't give you nothing. I give you $5, you want the $5, you take the $5. He said, Poppy, don't snitch.
Right.
He'd be like, somebody got killed on the 3rd floor. That's not me, baby. I live on 5th floor.
That's right.
That's it. So I think that he was just a great comedian, man. One of my mentors in this game. Like I think that if he would have, gone on to live longer, he probably would have been top 5, period, man. For
sure.
Just getting it in, but his life was taken too short.
Man, I'm sorry to hear about that, man.
You gotta go watch. If you know what I'm talking about, when you watch it, you can be like, he dude coming to Jamaican store, right? You came to the Jamaican store, he was like, he going to Jamaican store, you be like, yo.
I'm going back to watch it because Def Comedy Jam's still available, man.
What? Man,
still available.
Beast.
Yes.
Beast, man. He always, when he say he go mess with the Spanish people in the Spanish store, and he say, Poppy, why the cat always sleep on the bread when I come in here?
Yo, and that's a fact.
He live here, that's it.
Yo, that's crazy. See, New York, our stores done changed hands so many times. First it was the Puerto Ricans, then it was the Dominicans, then it was the Asians, now it's the fucking Indians, and now it's the Arabs.
Yeah.
And them niggas selling bud out the store. I ain't cut. Had that 7 for me. Nah.
They do the loose cigarettes.
Yo, Lucy's, yo, chill. The Lucy, I hate it when somebody be like, yo, go to the store, give me a Lucy. Like,
Lucy,
what? Buy
yes.
the pack, yo, broke ass.
Yes. No Lucy's here. They tell you too. They Indian guys tell you too.
You ain't give me your top list. You stopped that.
I'm sorry. Tony Roberts. I would say Rashid. A lot of people, and I'm glad he's getting a shine now. T.K. Kirkland.
Oh yeah, TK funny,
to the motherfucking K.
Word up, man. He been in the game
to
for a minute, pushing,
K.
man.
Yeah, pushing,
Word.
changing, elevating. Just my next probably would be Deion Cole. So of course we all got the legends like the Chris Rocks, the Dave Chappelle's, all of those different people, and that do the Eddie Murphys, the Martins, and all that. But I'm talking about soldiers that's just been grinding, but just never got that
that break.
That can go up after anybody.
Yeah.
It don't matter. And it don't matter, and that's I cultivate myself where it don't matter who's going on stage. So I think that even when you mention my name in comedy, people are like, yeah, I don't want to follow Rip. Rip gonna kill it. And
that's
like,
right.
It's just something that, and I like those gladiators. Everybody I name is a gladiator. Like, I mean, there's different ways of doing comedy. There's joke structure. There's different ways of people doing more intellectual. We can do slapstick, but I just think that being able to rock a crowd. And I'm not a person that be like, I don't care how you did it, but if I go in there and I'm looking like, yo, these people are having a time of their life, because to me, that's what comedy's about. It's not about, to me, in my personal opinion, it's not about me just getting my story out and just spitting my life at you. It's about changing what you got going on in your life and being able to take a little bit of pain away. Because my name is actually not Rip Micheals. If you look at the spelling, it's actually Rip Mike Heels. It's Micheals. But people always pronounce it wrong, so I just let people, but that's always what it's been. So that's what I try to do when I'm on stage. I try to, like, a lot of people, and I think a lot of comedians don't understand, like, this person, being that I promote the shows and sometimes bring people in, I see the person I gave a flyer to. And I see that this is their last $20. I see that this person just fighting a court case or just had domestic violence or just had this. And if you can just take a little bit of that away and make them and just take them away from their problems, that's what it's about. Because that mic can really, really heal people.
That's a
you can
fact.
change people's lives and their perspective and what they're doing. And that's what I try to do. So I look for that. I look for, black people, we hit that,
Yeah.
woo. When you hit those,
And,
that's when you know you make somebody's soul laugh.
That's a fact, because you only hear that, I feel like, 3 ways in the black community. When you laughing, you get good food, or you see a relative you ain't seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
that's when you get a real reaction from the black community.
Yes.
Because we get some food, you gonna be like, woo, like you dancing and all that.
Yeah, you dancing.
Like,
You talking about eating chicken right out the grease when your mom be like, come chase the chicken when you back.
right? Like, damn, man, you made me lose my train of thought with that one. I was just about to say something to you about somebody else. Damn, man, where was I at with that one? What were some of the moments that you consider, did you ever consider a moment stepping away from comedy?
No, not one time. Like, it's funny because I wanted to do this since I was 8 years old, and I never wanted to do anything other than this. And when I was in the Mayo Clinic in Phoenix, Arizona, and big shout out to them, I was when your heart fails, the rest of your organs start failing and start falling apart. So my kidneys start failing, and for like, I want to say like a month and a half, I couldn't see because my sugar got so high, and when you're diabetic, you can lose your sight. Mm-hmm. And for the first time, I was like, damn, how am I going to do comedy? Because I can't even see the crowd, and I can't even see to write the jokes down. How am I going to do comedy? And I would say that was the closest thing to me ever quitting. Then I was like, thank God for Siri. Siri. And now you got chat. So I think that, that was probably my lowest of like thinking I couldn't do it because you can't see and your heart isn't good. I was like, because I always thought this is something you could do till you die. Like, long you could come out in a wheelchair. You could come out 80 years old. Like, I got to see Paul Mooney and like work with him like a lot of times right before he passed. And I was like, man, you could do this forever. But that would probably be the closest I ever got to being like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but yeah, I figured out a way. I was like, right. God was like, nah, you can hear the crowd.
That's right.
But then I got my sight back, and it took a lot of medicine, it took a lot of walking around and like getting on a good regimen. And shout out to the Mayo Clinic, because those dudes at the Mayo Clinic like are the reason I'm not restricted to a hospital bed, and that I can just get a home nurse and take medicine, and when I perform have EMTs on the side of the stage to even do this. So yeah, big shout out to them, man.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to all the medical staff, all the emergency workers out there putting their life on the line for our lives, because a lot go into it, man. We take for granted, you know what I'm saying? And you don't really appreciate things until you sitting there on that bed like, hold on, man. I got to really putting everything in perspective and what's really important to me. Now, another question I wanted to ask you, like, even from myself, because I'm part of the audience. I'm not a comedian. So this is a question for you, really from me. Like, what do you think us as the audience is a misconception or is misunderstood about stand-up comedians? Or what the work that goes into the process of being a stand-up comedian?
I would say that a lot of people think that we're just silly people, but comedians are some of the smartest, most intelligent people that you'll ever come across, because we normally take tragedy and we find a way of making it funny or finding a different perspective and outlook to change it. Mm-hmm. And that is the misconception, because you just look at a person and you're saying like, oh, well, this person is just silly and they can just do this, but it's a method to it that it takes 20 different times for you doing a joke on stage before it becomes an actual part of your joke. That we go through these things, we just don't write it down and be like, oh, this is gonna be funny, because y'all decide who is funny or not. Mm-hmm. I can write a million things, but if it don't work in this room, it's not really funny.
That's right. Same thing with music.
So I think a lot of people think that you just get up there, and it is a hard craft to master. I will definitely tell you that. It is a hard craft to master. It's hard to find your voice, and it is hard to talk about some of these painful things. But when you really look at a joke, there's nothing funny about child abuse. No. But you see so many comedians talking about, my mama used to whoop my ass. You ever got hit with this? You ever got hit with that? You ever got a shoe thrown at you, a jacleta? Like, yeah. And it's just, those are real painful memories. Mm-hmm.
You just found a way to laugh.
And you taking a different perspective on it and making people be able to laugh. Now you give that person the power to let go of that pain And you sometimes repair relationships like that. Now, a lot of people be like, you know what? Oh, my childhood is not that bad. You know, my mom wasn't that bad. There's other moms like that. There's other dads like that. That's not only a person that I didn't go through that alone. It's just like when y'all write a great song and you touch somebody, someone comes up to you and go, man, I felt that, man. I went through that same thing. I did a bit. I did this. I did that. Like that was real when you said that.
And that's what we do it for, bro, because it's just like you said, they make it a good song. All we do is think our thoughts, our pain, our frustrations, or our joys, and we write it down, and we hope the world receive it the way we want them to. And when it works, trust me, that feels like the best day of your life. Because it's not easy to take your thoughts, put it on paper, and make 1,000 people agree with you.
No, it is not, man. And like if you watch my Apollo special that I did in Taped at Apollo, that was probably one of the hardest sets I've ever done in my entire life, because the whole time I'm on stage, I can't breathe. And halfway through if you watch it, the end, the ambulance had to pick me up. I collapsed on stage at the very end.
I'm definitely go check
They edited
that.
a lot of it out, but it was bad. But then that special was a special I promised myself that I would finish, because I had sold out the Apollo, and I had a heart attack right before, like 2 days before the show, and I had to cancel. And that's the whole infamous thing where everybody's like, Rip's going to the hospital, and he announced it, and that's what the whole viral thing. And then I promised myself, if I get out, I'm gonna finish it. And to sit there and be struggling for air the entire time, and then talking about things that were that weren't even real jokes that I prepared, but just talking about the journey and trying to make light of it. That was really hard, and I love everybody in New York for that, because they came and they applauded and they participated, and it was really, really probably one of the toughest sets I ever had to do to muster through, man. But they were with it, and a lot of stuff I was saying was sad, and for them not to feel sorry and understand that it was and ride with me, that was fire.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Man, I appreciate you even sharing your story, because, you said you never did this. It was never about you, right? We never do it about us. It's about our journey and who can we inspire to take the journey further and do better than we ever thought we could.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm so excited and happy that you took the time out and to come to me to share it, you know what I mean? Because you
I'm a fan,
definitely
man.
enlightened me on some shit. I had no clue.
I'm such
Back
a fan.
at you, bro. I be watching Wildin' Out all the time. Nick, my guy.
fan.
Me and Nick had the same management when he had rapper dreams.
Oh, okay.
I wish I'd have took the comedian dreams. I'd have been right there with him. But shit, the rap dream took me. But that's my bro right there, man.
You gotta take solace in that.
And this is what I was gonna say, right? I would throw my producer under the bus. Shout out my girl. I'm not gonna say her name. But listen, you see how you said my name really not Rip Micheals. It's Rip Micheals.
Yes.
When I text my producer, I think we getting this interview. I'm waiting to get the call back. And she like, who? And I just text Rip Micheals. She was like, damn, rest in peace to Micheals, whoever he is. And I'm like, no, he ain't. That's who coming through.
That's
she like,
hilarious.
oh, shit. Like, I thought you were saying your boy
hilarious.
Michael passed away. And I'm
That's
like,
hilarious.
hell no. Why would I write it like that?
That's hilarious. He can't make it today. Who else you got? Rest in peace, Mike. He ain't coming. Who else you got? Because the show got to go on.
No, I thought that was funny when you say, yo, my name not really Rip. Like, rest in peace, yo. But when people hear the name Rip Micheals, what do you want them to associate that with?
First of all, a lot of people think I just thought some hardcore name, and I think Rip is this. It's just short from Rippy. But nobody wants to be called Rippy. Like, no one in the world is going to be Rippy. That's not a cool name, so I just took the PP Wild.
Yeah,
So, my mom from Louisiana. So.
It's only two Rips that rep. Rip Hamilton from the Detroit Pistons was my favorite basketball player, and Rip Micheals is one of my favorite comedians.
Oh, you got Rip Torn, and you got Rip Van Winkle.
Yeah, but they ain't rep the Rip right.
Yeah, they ain't rep it right. I got to lose weight so I can rep it right. I done gained some weight. I look like Ripe Michaels now. They be like, look at that nigga, he ripe.
Yo,
Some nigga sitting on this white couch with all them hips. That nigga a hypocrite. I'm sorry. No, what would I want them to? I think your question was, what do I want them
to associate you with? Like, you know what I mean? When people hear the name Rip Micheals, what you want them to associate you with your career?
That's a really deep question, man. Elevation.
That's right.
I would want them to associate elevation and togetherness and showing that we can break these barriers down, man. Because when you look at what God has blessed me to be able to do, like, I think half the people has never experienced the things that God gave me the power and the things and the abilities to do. Like, and it's just to perform, like, just, I think that's what I would want. I would want people to understand, like, I took our people and not, I took our people. When I say our people, it's not the ones that they tell us, this is the hottest man. This go see him because we built this and we put this machine behind him, and this is the person. This is the one.
Yeah.
I feel like I want people to associate, like, you don't need just one. It's all of us, and collectively we can do this. Like, we do 18,000 people at State Farm Arena. We have done 22,000 people in the Garden on a Wednesday.
That's right.
With only 3 weeks of promotion. When Rich Homie Quan passed away,
God bless Rich Homie.
I did that. I turned my whole show around because his brother called me, and I turned my whole show around. I made it the biggest tribute ever, and I donated money to his family because the moment they told me, they was like, "Yo, Rip, we don't know what we're gonna do. We know we just booked him," and I just spoke to him the day before he passed away. And I was like, you know what? Take all the money. Keep the booking money, because it's like people asking for the deposits back. We had 10 shows, Rip. I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, take the money I gave you, keep all of that. I'm gonna pay you the back end on that, and on top of paying you the back end on that, I'm gonna raise money for you on top of that. And he was like, well, what are you gonna do? I was like, dude, just come. I'm gonna present y'all a check. We're gonna play his song, and we're gonna celebrate his life.
That's right. That's dope, man.
And then people were like, but I was like, no, that's what we're doing. It's not up to no one else. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing.
That's dope, man. Rich Homie got that shit.
And then when I tell you we played the songs, and that whole arena of, when I tell you it's not a seat you could possibly, it was people standing behind people.
Yeah, his music gonna last forever.
And they
bro.
played it, and to watch everybody stand up and to be able to do something like that, and his family there, and then for them to stand up and like, that's my son, that's my family. Look, and to see the look on their faces. That, to me, elevation.
Yes.
Showing people that we matter, because we do matter, man.
That's right. All the time, man. We
do
always
matter,
man. We are the culture. We said we said it, man. We are the people to follow.
And it's not up for them to decide who goes when and who goes where.
We go together.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's a written rule in my neighborhood coming up with my homies, man. When we travel somewhere together, is we all leave together or we don't leave. Like, you know what I mean? So we all gonna go or none of us gonna go. That's how we used to do it, man. That's how, you know how many clubs I show up to? You ain't letting all of them in, I'll give you your money back. I'm not coming in. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is, man. I'm for the team, so I respect you with that. Because I'm a team player from day one. I put the team first. There's no I in team.
Yeah.
It's 100%. So if someone was just to discover Rip Micheals, and they like, man, somebody told me about this comedian, man, I'm gonna check him out. What would be the first performance or moment you would point them to really understand you?
What would be the first? That's a very, man, you got some deep ass questions. I just want to let you know.
Try.
It's like, I feel like I'm over here being interviewed.
Shout out the producer, because she came through.
Oh, you write like Maya Angelou. You was like, how's a concrete rose coming from the jungle, who came up as a delicate flower, that is now. You got some deep ass Jerry Maguire questions over here.
Man,
Rip,
it's real. This is what
when
they
your
wanna
heart
know.
was gone and your dad left, what size shoe was you wear that time?
Yo, they like, I think I was a 6.5.
You got some of the best questions, man. You amazing,
Nah,
man.
Appreciate that, man.
Really, man. Like, it's like when you see people who have a talent and a gift, man. Like, you have a gift, and it's like, you pulling it out of me, man. I don't think I've ever told this type of shit to know. I don't know if I can cuss or not. I don't know if this is on the Disney Network.
It's hip hop, man. You curse, man.
I don't want to mess up the show. And you be like,
nah, man, we good.
We got a Disney Channel deal. And I'm like, I'm not gonna make that episode.
It's gonna be nobody Pootie Tang episode. We both won't be here.
Oh, okay.
If it's on Disney, it'd be black. It'd be just the couch.
Hey, them Disney back. You would switch it up and have Hannah Montana be like, Hannah, when you chose Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, I couldn't wear this. They'll be like, yo, you gotta be there like this. Hannah, so tell me, I couldn't do this. They'll be like, that hat?
No,
it's
yes,
too
you can.
gangster.
No, yes, you can. Because when you create it, what I've learned is like, I was able to turn down a lot of deals. Like, I've sat at the Live Nation table and be like, hey, we want to do this with you. and we want to turn this, and I was able to be able to like, this deal don't make no sense. So you want me to take my stuff, bring it to Live Nation, and we split the gate together, and you don't give me any Ticketmaster because you won't Ticketmaster. You are just trying to sell me your marketing, and you're giving me a cross-collateralization deal, which means you're just not even really giving me money. You're just giving me a loan against ticket sales,
right.
which means that if I don't sell it, I got to pay the money back with interest.
Right. So,
and then I got to use your production company, your marketing things. So you're getting paid like 9 different ways.
Exactly.
And then you want me to split it. I'm not getting food and beverage. I'm not getting ticket rebates. I'm not getting anything.
This is a terrible deal. This is a terrible deal.
Who would sign this shit?
Exactly.
But everyone does.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Why are we like that? Why?
But everyone does.
Why is our culture like that? Where they put the bird in the hand before the bush?
I think that, we fall short of like believing we can do things. So I was able to turn a deal down and constantly turn deals down like that because I went out and built it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you build it, it's on your terms.
That's right. That's how.
So I wasn't like, hey, you know what? This is a dope idea, and I go to them like, hey, this is a dope idea, and let them go, hey, we're gonna put this together. We're gonna put this. No, I built it. So when you come to a person that's number 2 in the country on Polestar that's doing 16, 17,000 and did it in 14 different arenas, you can't come to me like that.
That's right.
And they'll always try to tell you like, oh, well, we can make it bigger. Instead of 16, we could do 30. I'm like, I did 16 by myself. You don't think I could do 30 by myself?
Exactly.
You don't think I can do 40 by myself?
That's right.
Where are we elevating to? What's the elevation of the? What's the elevation of?
Just helping me do. You want me to do more shows that I did them by myself already?
And you want half of what I'm getting just to open up 15? So let me explain it. If I'm doing 16 shows by myself.
I'm gonna do.
With you, I could do 30 shows, but you won't have. So I'm back to doing 15 shows.
That's right.
So what was the point?
That's right. That's why I tell people all the time, man. It's greater later, man. The check. If I look at it like this, if a person willing to give you a check up front, what is they gonna make on the back end? Because nothing is free. Nobody ain't gonna just be like, yo, hun, take this $1 million advance, and I'm gonna break even with this 600,000 back here. If I'm gonna give you this $1 million, that means I'm gonna make $3 million on the back end, and you just gonna take your $1 million and be cool. You know what I mean? That's really 600,000 if you still live in New York after taxes.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I didn't even realize that, right? Like I was doing all this whole time, not wasn't about the money. I didn't realize that. Like I was dumb. I thought that all these people were selling out these shows. I thought that when somebody said, "Oh, come see me live," that it's them. Come to find out, I'm probably the only comedian to ever sell out his own arenas. It's always a machine behind them. It's always a different company that's actually doing it. And I didn't know that. I had no idea till I started saying, "Hey, Rip, we want to do this with you." And they go, like, "Well, we got to go talk to this company first." I'm like, "But this isn't your tour?"
Yeah.
So you're just the face.
You're just a promotional guy.
Oh.
Yeah. You the
When you
mascot.
speak to me, that's the thing. You be like, "Rip, I want to do this." I'm like, "Okay, we doing it."
That's right.
It's just I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a lot like that in all fashions of this business. That's like this part. You like, yo, can you Kurt? This is us. You see my production crew?
You gotta ask, man. No, but you got some real dudes around you.
Yeah, but this is us. Like we built this, we created it. You know, I shout out Noriega for seeing something in me that I didn't see. Because he like, Bleek, I'm telling you, you made for this shit. You need to do
definitely
it.
are.
And I'm like, hell no, I'm not no journalist. I'm not doing this shit. And look, here I am.
But
so
you definitely
Nori,
are,
my
man.
brother, thank you. But I'm a firm believer in building your own because you get to own it, you get to make the decisions, and you get to drive the direction on where it's going. Because when you sell out, they can bring it and bring your company, your image, and your likeness and carve it out to whatever they want the people to believe about you. When you own something yourself, it's your word, your way, and they're going to know it's all you because they're going to know who you are through your representation of your work, man. You know what I'm saying? So what you built and what you doing, you just saying that, yeah, I sold out 14 arenas, 16 shows, 14,000. You saying that like that's simple. Bro, I might not sell out 1,000-seater right now.
You know what? I guess I wasn't.
That's not easy, bro.
I guess it seems, and for me it seems easy because I never looked at it like that, bro. I never looked at it like that. I just always like, I want to put on the best show. I want to keep it affordable because I want people to be able to buy tickets from it. And I want to show people that, look what we can do. That's I thought that would bring just more people that be like, hey, let's do this. And not just, hey, all right, now we did this. Let's go give it to this person. So they can just, I didn't know. didn't think like that.
Man, no, you doing it,
I didn't
bro.
think like that, and I do it in this God, because I do it in, like, sometimes, like, this arena game and doing these things, like, the Garden gave me the Garden because, like, when you're just a person and you're just walking there like, hey, I'm Rip Micheals, I want to do the Garden. They're like, it's $500,000 to rent the Garden. And you're sitting there and they go, and they expecting you to walk out. Remember, like, remember that scene in, what was it, no, it's the Eddie Murphy, not Coming to America, not Harlem Nights, Boomerang. When they was in the thing, and he says, this jacket is $10,000. And they don't pause. And he's like, what, you thought that was going to scare me or something like that?
Okay. Bring this,
thought I was, like,
bring this in the 50 too long.
Yeah, so when you get to these places and everybody's cool with me now, but when you get to these places and you're like, hey, I'm Rip Micheals and I want to do this type of show and I'm going to do this, and they go, who are you with, or who's your representation?
Yeah, what company?
What are you doing? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do the show. And it's like, it's $500,000. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. So what dates do you have?
That's right.
And it's like, well, we're going to need, and they do, in the beginning, they give you deals that don't make any sense. They'll be like, well, we need it all up front. Like, and that just doesn't make any sense.
No business.
No business.
And no business that makes any sense.
I had an arena to be so shitty to me that after I sold it out, the lady came to me and apologized.
Damn. At least she admitted.
She apologized. She was like, I didn't believe that you would do any of the things that you said you was going to do, and I'm sorry for, everything and how I treated you. You sold this whole thing out in, I think it was like 2 weeks. Because they give me dates and stuff that they don't even want on the calendar. They just give you throwaway things. And like, it's a Tuesday. Like, who does the Garden on a Wednesday in 3 weeks? Who the fuck is doing that?
Word up. Unless you playing for the Knicks, like the fuck.
Who's doing that?
Yeah, that's not happening. That's a work day. In the middle of the week, too?
Dude,
shit.
The funniest thing about me doing the Garden was like, we all think about the Garden as like, we doing the Garden.
It's the Mecca.
We doing the Garden.
That's a statement.
I'll book that arena, do the whole thing. And that's why I say you have solid people around you. I do the whole thing. And they start, they're like, every day they're telling me, like, this is not going to happen. You only sold 50 tickets. You only sold 60 tickets. We need to cancel. They're going like, we got to cancel this. And I'm like, no, just keep it going. Keep it going. Well, we're going to need, then every day they would say, well, you're going to need this now. You paid the whole thing up front, but now we're going to need this insurance. We're going to need your COI. We're going to need this. We're going to, just trying to give you, and this is not refundable. So if you cancel, do your refund.
I'm trying to give you every hurdle to make you.
And then once it started moving, they started telling me who I can have on my show and who I can't. And then I was like, what? It's like, yeah, we don't want. I'm never gonna pull punches, man. I'm dying soon, so whatever.
Don't
whatever.
say
I'm just
that,
saying.
man.
I'm just
Don't
joking.
say
It's a
that.
joke. I'm just joking. But they were just telling me you can't have Bobby Smurder, and I was like, like, what do you mean I can't Bobby? Well, he's not somebody we really want here, and and he's got a criminal record. And I was like, so let's see. Wait a minute. Half the rock artists you have criminal records.
That's right.
Half the other people you have. So you're trying to signal this guy out? It was like, well, that's just, our thing, and we don't want that. And I go, I'm going back and forth fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm going back and forth. Mind you, only had 3 weeks to show. We're going back and forth, and I'm like, okay. So my publicist, Elise Feldman, rest in peace, Elise. When I went to hospital, she passed away. So she goes, Rip, they're not going to allow him to perform. They sent a straight no.
Wow.
So I go, okay, stop fucking responding to them. Tell them yes. Just stop responding.
That's right.
And so when I get in the Garden, guess who the fuck is in the Garden?
Bobby Smurder.
And they look at me and I thought we told you Bobby Smurder couldn't play. I was like, yeah, I got the email.
That's right.
And I walk away. And they look at me and go,
they don't know what to do.
So we all get in this room, and like they put me in this room, and because before that I had an issue with getting in the arena. For some reason, they told me I couldn't get in the arena. And mind you, it's my company, my face on the thing, and they go, well, you don't have the band. And I'm like, what band? It was like, well, you're supposed to get a band because they change over security. So if you do production, there's a band when you first get in to load in, and there's another band for entertainers, right? So they're like, well, you can't get in, you don't have a band. So security treats me like total trash. They tell me I got to go out, da-da-da, and I'm like, I'm Rip Micheals. This
is my shit.
I'm Rip
I just paid $half a ticket. Y'all
and
stop
they're
playing
like,
with me.
yeah. And so then they was like, and then they started pressing me more like, cops. So first it turned out to be like some kind of like, oh, okay. Then it went to like aggressive, like, and I'm like, okay, cool. So let me call everybody that's involved in this arena, and let's all sit.
That's right.
Because we need to have a meeting.
ASAP.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there with like everybody that matters at the Garden. I go, so what did the money I gave you come with? That's the first thing I say. And they go, well, it comes with this, it comes with that. And I'm like, I just got one question. In that money I gave you, am I paying for security? And they go, yeah. So I say, oh, so this dude that's being an asshole to me and his staff are getting paid by me. So I'm paying people to treat me like shit. And I go, well, I'm like, I look at the guys and I'm like, you harass me and I'm helping you feed your family. Like, I'm paying for you to be here. And I was like, I want an apology.
That's right.
And the guy's like, I'm not fucking apologizing for nothing.
Right,
I say,
you
so
go
well.
home. You relieved.
We're gonna do one or two things. We're gonna argue with y'all. We're gonna have none of these going back and forth. I go, either they apologize
or they go home.
and you relieve them, because what I'm not gonna do is pay a whole staff to treat me like shit. Or, because this is your arena, I'm gonna go out there and we're gonna cancel this show. And I'm going to tell every single person how I was treated. And they go, you're not gonna fucking cancel a show that's got 20-some thousand people out there. I was like, what you don't realize is those 22,000 people,
Came to see me.
I brought them here.
That's right.
And I did it in 3 weeks. You don't think I can walk out there, give everybody free t-shirts and tell them to meet me at the Barclays Center next week?
Mm-hmm.
And then they laugh. And I go, okay. Nick, put your shit on, let's go. Glorilla, let's go. Let's all get in the car, go. I explain it to y'all later. And every single entertainer gets in their SUV and starts to leave. And they go, okay. Go home. Do your show.
Yeah. Send the security home. I'd have relieved them ASAP. Time to go. Ain't no way I'm paying.
Because I'm
you
not gonna
treat
let
me like
someone
shit.
dictate,
That's right.
treat me like shit. Number one, tell me who in my community, because I didn't have in the contract that you could dictate who I bring.
That's right.
Bobby Smurda went on and killed it. Everybody had a good time.
That's right. Shout out Bobby Schmurda, man. That's the
And we played the
homie.
Garden.
That's right. That's right, man. Now you can't. That's how.
And it was respectful.
And that's how you earn the respect of those too. Like, you know what I mean? You can't. I'm paying your staff. You treat me like shit, and I'm supposed to just be like, okay, that's cool. You know who I am now. We good. Hell no. Everybody go home, man.
That's why I say
that's
when you
what
said camaraderie as a team, I said all that to be like,
That's right. The team, man.
The
we
team.
stay together, man. We
without
come together.
hesitation,
We
everybody's
leave
like, we out.
together.
I
That's
didn't even
right.
have to explain what was happening. I was just
That's
like, we
right.
out.
Because everybody with you, and that's how it's supposed to go. We come together, we leave together, man. Even though that just sounds like some Toretto Fast and the Furious shit. It ain't from that.
You kind of hit it with some
We
drumline.
ride
One
together.
band,
Yeah, we
one
ride-
sound.
We ride together, we die together.
Yeah.
Nah, but so what's next? You know what I mean? Outside of, I know you're dealing with, you know, personal things in the life side, but what's next for Rip in the entertainment world? What can people be expecting next? Besides the April 4th Comedy Jam at the Barclays Center, make sure you beat him there, don't meet him there, and if you outside, he might let you in.
First of all, my tickets started at $30, so I keep my tickets.
Oh, man, they-
when do you
Yo.
can go see something for $30?
Nothing costs
Nothing.
$30. A bag of potato chips is $30 now, so you better get your ass in there.
Either it's $30 or they're gonna give you the bag with nothing but air in it, and it's like $10 worth of chips. You ever got that shit you squeeze it? It used to be
No,
filled to the top. It's all air.
Now it's all air. Crazy.
It's all air. So now you're looking at the different things. So now I'm taking it to another space. I'm taking it to like I've shot 3 specials. I got 2 more specials coming out. I'm showing people the elevation. So now I'm stepping more from behind the scenes. Like no one would ever. I would never speak like this. I was always the person that you wouldn't even realize it was me who had the show. I used to put people in front of me just to stand there and be like, oh, that's the guy in charge.
Oh,
just because
shit.
I didn't want people to be
know, yeah.
to that. That was never my goal. So now I got a second chance at life, so I'm going to produce some great stuff. I got the specials. I got a podcast with my wife called Kinda Sorta Married.
Oh, that's
I
what's
got a show that me and Erica Minna are doing. I got 2 different movies with 5120 that we're producing, and I'm starting to constantly just come up with content. And I got like 5 different tours coming out. So now it's not only just the Wild Out tour, it's the April Fool's Comedy Jam, it's the Just Foolin' Comedy Jam, it's the One Wild Night, which is the festival. We're stepping in the festival space, and that's happening September 5th in Atlanta. And we're doing 60,000 people at the festival. And I'm taking every rapper and every comedian that I know and putting them on one huge festival. And I'm making it for all ages. I want everybody to be able to come and have a great time and show that you don't have to go over here and pay all this money and for our talent and our creativity and what we do, that we can do these numbers and we can do this and change things. So the life I got left, that's what we're doing. So you're going to see One Wild Night, you're going to see the Off the Rip, you're going to see the Crowd Work special, I got another special I'm shooting at the Apollo, you're about to see the Erica Mena Project, you're about to see the new Wild Out tour, you're about to see Fall Back in Love tour, like, you know. T.I. might even come back and do comedy.
T.I. got a hot record. I don't know.
Yeah, he killing them.
He might be on tour for another 2-3 years.
That was my show when they booed T.I. That was the Barclays tour. That was done.
Nigga said when they booed T.I.
Because he called me out. I'm only saying that because he went on 19 different podcasts and said, Rip set me up to get booed. And I did not. I just want to clear that. I did not do that. He said people didn't know he was doing music. And he was like, oh, they thought he was going to sing. They knew he was doing comedy. They listened. It just wasn't that night. And that's just what it is. I'm only saying it because it happens to all of us, T.I.
T.I. my
It
dog.
happens to every single comedian. We all get booed. It's just any given Sunday.
Everybody. I got booed as a rapper. I wasn't even a comedian and got booed. So it happens to all of us. The boo happens.
And
just make sure don't happens to you. Practice your
And if you
shit.
want to come back, T.I., and do it again, I got that same bag I gave to you last time. We would love to see you in Brooklyn.
That's right.
April Fool's Comedy Jam. The return of T.I.
Yo, I appreciate you pulling up, my guy. And I wish you many, many more years of life, success, blessings, health. And I pray that you get that heart transplant you desperately waiting for, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to holler at some of your boys. I can tell by the way they look at me like, we got you, Rip, 40 grand. What you trying to do? I meet you now. I could just tell. They was like, oh, nigga, Rip got the bag. We gonna make that happen. You gonna live.
The Lee Avenue Plug. The Lee Avenue Plug. Come holla at us.
I'm telling you, your staff, if they can put the camera on your crew, I could definitely know. I'm gonna go after the Barclay and get the check. I'm coming back here.
Joe, chill, man.
I'm buying hearts and chrome heart jeans.
Yo, you know what it is, y'all. It's ROC Solid Podcast. It's Rip Micheals here, and we holding it down, man. Do safe for life, rock for life. Stay solid, stay true. Yeah. That was fire, bro.